Now that justice has been dispensed, with the EPA's highest paid worker turned CIA imposter, John Beale, headed to prison, will Congress send heads rolling?
Nobody ever gets fired, or at least it's almost impossible.
The Environmental Protection Agency employs nearly 16,000 people.
If Beale got away with, by his own admission, not showing up for work for 2.5 years, yet still received his full $200,000 a year salary plus bonuses, is it conceivable that other federal workers have done the same?
This kind of ripoff may not be common throughout the federal government, but it's not uncommon, and that's the problem.
The EPA is the 12th largest federal agency, and in 2013 it received nearly $8 billion in federal money. That, by the way, is enough money to feed more than 4.3 million people for a year. Will Congress demand an accounting of how the EPA is spending those billions?
If Congress amazingly decided to do its job of oversight and started telling bureaucracies, when we see scandals like this, we're going to reduce your budget by, say, 10% next year, that might actually get them to shape up.
Among the taxpayers we spoke to, one works for another federal agency.
That affects federal workers in the sense of this is another story about someone scamming the system, and I hope it doesn't reflect on other workers.
Other workers like EPA Administrator Gina McCarthy, who was once Beale's immediate boss.
And she needs to take responsibility for what's happened under her watch, and whether or not she's fired, that's up to the Congress, that's up to the president.
Daniel Mitchell is an expert on the fiscal impact of government spending.
So it's not just that the bureaucracy is too big, it's not just that they're getting paid too much, it's also the work rules that make it one of the easiest jobs to have.
And to hang on to. Just ask John Beale. I'm Christine Frizzell, Fox 45 News.
Counsel, you're not sworn, but if you could answer